Hi everybody, welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Terry Stiles, and in the news this week, a UK teen is arrested for threats to OHS, and marijuana makes it to Oxford. All that and more, the Oxford News begins right now. Last week, 54-year-old Oxford resident Dennis Kendrick was shot and killed at his Abbey Ridge Apartments home by 36-year-old Marcus Nathan, who has officially been charged with open murder and being held without bond at Oakland County. According to reports, Nathan shot Kendrick multiple times with a 9mm handgun because he felt threatened by text messages that he was receiving. When Kendrick was leaving for work at 3:30 a.m. on Wednesday, Nathan began searching for someone he claimed was doing the threatening when he saw Kendrick's in his car. He decided it was he who was sending the text messages, so he shot and killed him right in his car. Kendrick is a single father, or was a single father, of a 15-year-old son who is a student and athlete at Oxford High School. Kendrick was an Army vet, working as a machinist, raising his son on his own. Our thoughts go out to his family and his son. Jim?
Sad story.
Yeah.
Because he's a minor, the student who killed 4 Oxford High School students and injured 9 others goes a brief hearing every 30 days. That is the law. Last week, the judge set a trial date for September 6, 2022 for the murders along with the other crimes while the teen underwent psychiatric testing. Immediately after the November 30th shooting, results were not disclosed, and defense attorney Paulette Lofton plans to pursue an insanity defense. Separately, the boys' parents have also been charged with involuntary manslaughter because prosecutors believe they ignored warning signs about their son's mental health. They both are in jail, unable to afford their $500,000 bonds. Terry.
Since the November 2021 mass shooting at the Oxford High School, some Oxford parents have attended every board meeting looking for answers in order to better communicate with the public. The school obtained a public relations firm and held a press conference last week. The general concerns of both parents and students were that what were the district's plans now moving forward to improve security, and where the district is for independent third-party investigation into the shooting and possible policy failures. The group asked the district to review its current safety plan with parents and students' input and to update and implement a new safety plan prior to the 2022-2023 school year. Jim?
Well, it's official. After years of deliberation and debate, the Village of Oxford officially has its first, but certainly not final, recreational marijuana dispensary in Oxford. Last week, Loom Cannabis Company opened its doors on Glassby in the village. Brian Luffmiller, manager of Loom Cannabis 33rd Michigan store, said they want to show the community what they have to offer, and do so by signing customers in and asking for ID to verify the customer is over 21, able to buy the product legally. Customers are then paired up with a bud tender who helps customers find the right product. Approved by the Village of Oxford Planning Commission in October of last year, Loom got the work on the site immediately and will soon be joined by other competitor, Wild Psych, who will be moving in across the street from Loom, followed by Gage Exclusive Brands and Common Citizen and Live Cannabis Company opening in Lake Orion last week. It was worth noting that although the stores require ID proof of age, these establishments are on the same street, although different names, as the Oxford High School. Terry?
Last week, a United Kingdom teen was arrested for the April 8th targeting threats of schools in the United States, including Oxford High School, in which he said he was going to finish the job from November. According to Sheriff Michael Bouchard, the arrest was the culmination of an exhaustive investigation from the Sheriff's Office, the Bloomfield Hills Department of Public Safety, and 14 other nationwide agencies, including Homeland Security and law enforcement in the UK. Besides the Oakland County cases, 37 other businesses and schools across the U.S. received threats linked to the suspect, who was released to his parents while the investigation continues. Jim?
Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? Never thought I'd say that here. Say hello to Mary Rowley of the Oxford Community Garden, new supervisor. Her job is to assist recreation specialist Dawn Medici, who has been managing the garden since it was established last year on Seymour Lake Township Park. Even though Mary lives in the neighboring Addison Township, her roots are pure Oxford. Mary graduated from Oxford High School back in 1985. Her husband Chris graduated in '81. Their children Kendall and Anson graduated in 2014 and 2016 respectively. Kendall is now a teacher at Daniel Oxford Elementary School. Prior to joining the ranks of retirees, Mary spent 32 years cutting hair at Paul's Barber Shop on West Burdick. She also volunteers all ages and abilities needed to attend a community garden. She's asking for volunteers in the coming months. There will be plenty of opportunities to engage in planting, watering, weeding, raking, and harvesting. You know what has to happen. Folks interested in volunteering and are encouraged to contact the recreational specialist, Dawn Medici, by calling 248-770-0139 or sending an email to, is it Dawn Medici at oxfordparkandrec.org. Terry.
If your teeth are jarring as you traverse along our local dirt roads, fear not, because the Road Commission for Oakland County is kicking off its $79 million road construction season, which will improve parts of both Oxford and Addison Township roads. This year, many major resurfacing projects will take place, including construction of 6 new roundabouts, paving a gravel road, 3 bridge replacements, including Maloney Street over Clear Lake and Long Lake in Oxford Township, at a cost of $2 million, and other simple resurfacings in Addison Township. Jim?
Hats off to the youth and adult volunteers who are participating in the annual spring cleanup. The Oxford Gives Back program. It took place at homes in Oxford, Addison, and Orion. The selfless individuals spent their time on the weekend working in yards belonging to senior citizens, individuals with disabilities and medical conditions, low-income earners, and single parents. The volunteers were busy raking and bagging leaves, pruning and trimming, pulling weeds, and doing other assorted chores. Why? Because that helps out their community. Again, we want to thank them for doing what they did for the community by helping the needy and getting their yards cleaned up. Bravo. With all that, we'll have Dave Kenny. I'll have sports. Terry, now close it out. It's another edition of Oxford News This Week. We'll be right back.
BMW's flagship sedan receives an ultra-luxe redesign thanks to Swarovski crystal headlights and cashmere seats and a 6-figure sticker price. The 2023 BMW 7 Series lineup will arrive in U.S. stores in the fourth quarter with a more powerful V8 engine, a lounge-like interior, and advanced driver assist technology. BMW is also introducing an all-electric version of the 7 Series. Under the hood of the BMW 740i is a 3-liter twin-power turbo inline 6-cylinder engine that delivers 375 horsepower, and that's a 40 horsepower increase over the previous generation. The 740i, which starts at $94,295 including shipping, can do 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. The beefier BMW 760i xDrive features a 4.4-liter twin-power turbo V8 that delivers 536 horsepower and a 0 to 60 sprint in 4.2 seconds. It starts at $114,595, including $995 shipping charge. Both engines include a 48-volt mild hybrid system that boosts output up to 12 horsepower. The all-electric i7 xDrive 60 is powered by dual motors that deliver a combined 536 horsepower and up to 300 miles of range. Pre-orders for the i7, which starts at $120,295, are now being taken. All drivetrains of the new 7 Series are based on a single architecture, the latest evolution of BMW's rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive Dakar platform, and have a similar body style. Spreading the development cost across internal combustion, hybrid, and electric variants makes the i7 potentially more profitable for BMW than building it on a dedicated EV platform, says Sam Fiorani, Vice President at Auto Forecast Solutions. Sharing so much with the 7 Series also makes the transition to the i7 easier for returning buyers who tend to be older and less likely to appreciate radical changes in their vehicles, he says. The 7th generation BMW 7 Series has grown by 5.1 inches in length, 1.9 inches in width, and 2 inches in height. The wheelbase is now 0.2 inches longer at 126.6 inches, creating roomier rear seating. The front of the new model is dominated by the optional illuminated BMW kidney grille. The brand's signature twin circular headlights are reinterpreted as two-piece split headlight design. The slim strip of lights set high up in the front end integrate daytime driving lights, side marker lights, and turn indicators. The low beam and high beam headlights are positioned in the dark lower unit set deep into the front apron. The LED rear lights units extend into the car's flanks. 2 slim strips below the main rear lights generate the brake lights and turn indicator lights. A freestanding curved display anchors the dashboard. It combines a 12.3-inch instrument cluster and a 14.9-inch center control display to form a single angled unit angled toward the driver. The 7 Series features an in-dash lighting and control system. The BMW interaction bar, a backlit crystalline surface, extends across the width of the instrument panel and into the door panel trim. It houses touch-sensitive control panels to adjust ventilation and climate control, activate the hazard warning lights, and open the glove compartment. The interaction bar can use light animations to alert the driver to incoming phone calls. And in the rear seats, the executive lounge option includes a reclining function with an integrated leg rest. The rear seat reclines up to 42.5 degrees. The automaker said that the leg rest design allows passengers the perfect relaxed resting condition. The calf support, which extends from the rear seat, is paired with a heel rest extending out from the back of the front passenger seat. If relaxed resting isn't your thing, the 7 Series features the BMW Theater Screen, a 31-inch 8K resolution touchscreen display that moves out of the headliner to give rear passengers an immersive in-vehicle viewing experience. The 7 Series features a suite of sensors and cameras to deliver advanced driver assistance and smart parking functionality. BMW says that the Highway Assistant, part of the optional driver assistance professional package, allows the driver to take their hands off the steering wheel when driving on highways at speeds up to 80 miles per hour. So get your pocketbooks out. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and we'll be right back.
Do you love local sports? Whether it's Oxford High School or Parks and Rec, you can buy copies of each game. To purchase your copy, call us at 248-628-9658 or give us an email at manager@occtv.org or talk to us at the next game. Hopefully we'll see you there.
Back with you in Oxford News this week, Oxford Sports. Yes, as I mentioned a bit earlier, I got to thank Becky Banis for walking me through some of the softball and baseball games that you'll be seeing. And again, I'm having a great time going out there. It's a bit chilly and cold, but we're having fun. Anyways, Oxford native Josh Norris had a special night in hockey. That was back on April 2nd. He's with the Ottawa Senators. That's in the NHL. The forward notched his first career hat trick against the hometown favorite Detroit Red Wings. You ask why am I bringing this up? Well, the Senators defeated the Wings 5-2 while playing at the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa. Again, you ask, why am I bringing this up? Well, a hat trick when the players he scored. He is a gentleman who lives in Oxford. We congratulate him, even though he was with another team. Again, he had never had a hat trick in junior college, or anywhere else. That was his first hat trick in the NHL against the Detroit Red Wings. And again, he's from our Oxford community. Congratulations. On Saturday, Oxford had the privilege of playing South Lyon High School at the Comerica Park. Oxford battled all day despite falling 4-1 in the second inning. Senior Gavin Walters crushed a home run with the visitors' bullpen in the seventh inning to give the Cats a 3-run lead. However, South Lyon plated 3 runs in the bottom of the seventh inning to end the game at a tie due to the time limit. Brady Carpenter led the way offensively, going 2 for 4, 3 runs and 2 stolen bases. Tony Hatzgiro and Logan Marshall each hit a triple. Sophomore Brody Moore added a double. Walters collected 3 RBIs on the day, and junior Caden Bailey was an outstanding on the mound, throwing 2 quick innings and striking out 3. Everybody had a great time at Comerica Park. There have been many great duos in sports like Gretzky and Messier, Jordan and Pippen, Trammell and Whitaker, and Brady and Gronk, and now Hoffman and Bailey. These 2 captains have led the offensive attack with 41 total points, combining for 3 games. That's the Oxford boys lacrosse team. They've started working in tandem, and the season is a strong part of the Josh Hoffman and Carl Bailey running the offense. Oxford boys are now 3-1 in lacrosse and looking forward to another exciting lacrosse season. That comes from Coach Sean Reagan. Oxford boys played their first tournament of the season. This is golf. I wish we could figure a way to cover that, but as of right now, we don't. It was a weather-filled event, meaning it was all types of weather. We played, again, through all these conditions on both days. We played rain, snow, sleet, hail, and blistering cold. They finished 13th on the 15th. Although we have a lot of work ahead of us, the Oxford boys golf coach, Tony Fries, said he was proud of his team. Here's some of the scores that came in. Chase Mayer, 78. Noah Benson, 89. Blake Denning, 91. Luke Denning, 92. Jerry Swoyer, 98. Van Burnens, 99. Cole Kennedy, 86. Ben Hepp, 89. George Pill, 91. Tommy Trubovich, 91. Claren Grabowski, 94, and Ryan Peruski, 96. Those are some of the scores that came in with all the different types of weather. It's going to wrap it up in sports. I think Dave Kenny has another segment coming up. Terry and I'll say goodbye. Again, you're watching Oxford News This Week on Oxford Community Television.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. People who own a dog have a much lower risk of disability in older age, but cat owners don't seem to be protected in the same way. Unsurprisingly, the benefit is lost if you don't walk your dog or take part in another form of exercise more than once a week. Yu Taniguchi at the National Institute for Environmental Studies in Tsukuba, Japan, and his colleagues asked around 11,000 people aged 65 to 84 years if they currently or previously owned a cat or a dog. The researchers then tracked the onset of cognitive and physical disability in the participants for 3.5 years between 2016 to 2020. They found that current dog owners who exercise more than once a week were around half as likely to develop a disability compared with people who had never owned a dog, even when controlling for age, sex, income, health factors such as smoking, diet, and cardiovascular disease. The team also found that people who owned dogs in the past had around a 10% lower risk of disability compared with those who had never owned a dog. Dog walking is a moderate intensity physical activity that appears to have a protective effect in reducing the effect of disability onset, says Taniguchi. Around 13% of dogs in the UK aren't walked daily, according to a 2019 survey by veterinary charity The People's Dispensary for Sick Animals, putting the animals at risk of obesity and poor mental health. Meanwhile, current and former cat owners were just as likely as people who had never owned a cat to develop a disability. But owning a dog had no effect on people's likelihood of dying in the study period, and neither did owning a cat. Increased socializing has been linked to a reduced risk of disability, the team also investigated whether the level of social interaction between dog owners and their neighbors had an effect. But it didn't. This may be because the companionship offered by a pet dog helps to boost cognitive health and compensate for limited human interaction, the team suggests. So get to the dog pound and get yourself a dog. Well, that's it for Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.
And we're back with you on Oxford News This Week. Another one in the books there, Terry. What's going on? And
I just want to say, well, first of all, I think that's really cool that the garden thing is going on out there. We met Mary Rowley this week. She was on Dawn's program, Senior Moments, and it's Dawn Medici.
Dawn Medici, okay.
Medici, sorry about that, Dawn.
I pronounced two things wrong in
this week.
One in Cleveland and one here. I'm sorry, Dawn.
Sorry about that. But they're doing a great job out there on the garden, and CJ won a grant for them.
Bingo.
That they'll be able to, they're going to have a farmer's market out here too. So we've got the garden that will go to help feeding free meals, etc. Now Mary's going to run the whole thing, which is really nice. She's going to run the garden.
Where's it going to be at?
The garden's all the way in the back.
Okay, where can I buy food?
Oh.
That's all I want to know. I don't care where
in
you're
the farmer's market, they're going to replace the basketball court with the farmer's market and move the basketball court back a little bit further.
That's good.
Oh, heavens, yes, because that's used all the time. So it's really active out here.
You're being flippant
no,
on that?
not at all.
Oh, okay.
No, it's really, and I'm really excited that both Oxford and Addison will have their roads taken care of, or some of them anyhow. My goodness, I was riding down some of the dirt roads, kind of got lost in the back roads coming home the back way this weekend, and oh my goodness, it's hard on the car. And that's a great bonus for Addison Township. They also use some OCTV funds to fix their roads out there, so they're going to have some good roads this summer with what
they move some money
Oakland
around,
County.
basically
Right, yeah, so with what Oakland County is doing out there and the funding from OCTV, it's going to be great out in Addison. They've got some good building going on out there. I'm not sure that they're happy
have a
about
library.
that.
I know they have a brand new library.
They will have that.
Did they do anything with the senior center?
The senior center is up and coming.
Okay.
They do have a spot for it in their new building, and that kind of set them back a little bit because there's no kitchen. And they used to, I think they used to do meals or something eons ago. But so on Dawn Medici's show, she also had Mary Mays, who runs the senior center out in Addison Township. She came this week as well and talked about the cool stuff that's going on in Addison. So
it sounds like they have a lot going on out there, and they're moving money around, and things are getting done.
Happening. Yep, springtime, and life is good.
Hey Terry, I guess I have a question. If I want to see me pronounce a name wrong, how would I do that, and where would I do that at?
Just check with me, I'll tell you.
No, what I'm saying is, what channels are we on?
Okay, you can, if you want want to learn more about these stories and others, you can go to Charter Spectrum Channel 191, AT&T Channel 99. You can find us on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, our website, which is occtv.org. And let's see what else.
AT&T?
It's also available on local groups for public service announcements. Oh, if you have a show idea, give us a call at 248-628-9658. We are here for you. So if you need something from us, let us know.
Okay, I got to say thank you. My own Becky Banis has been walking me
Yes.
through softball and baseball,
Yes.
which I was very new on broadcasting that. And yeah, we've been having a good time with that. She's teaching me. It's kind of cool. I mean, I've done a lot of sports. This is the first time I'm doing baseball or softball, and they're both different from what I understand.
Oh, they are different, yeah.
And anyways, we've had a good time. On behalf of
On that note, sorry
on that
to
note-
interrupt. We also need an announcer for soccer, unless you want to do that too. But we're having a hard
I
time
can't do
getting the
soccer.
soccer games in because we don't
need
have an announcer.
You in soccer, wherever this camera's at, we need you, okay?
We need you.
Anyways, I got to
And
say
thanks
thank you
to
to
Dan.
Dan Weiss in the back who
Yeah.
makes it all look good. He makes it good out on the sporting events. Also,
Joe Hewitt.
Hewitt, not
who
Joe
does
Hewitt,
the
Joe Hewitt.
editing.
He edits
Yeah.
the thing, puts all the nice
Yeah.
pictures on there. You and I just sit up here and jabber,
Yep.
and I basically say
They make
names
us
wrong.
look good.
Until next week, and we get a pronunciation guide on some of this stuff. I'm Jim Hughes, Terry Stiles. Have a great week, and you enjoy. We'll see you next week.
Bye.